going on, Jerome? So not only did the Vikings have an undrafted icon last year in Ivan Pace Jr., they got another one in NaJee Thompson, the pride of Georgia Southern. He is quickly becoming one of the best special teamers in the game. Although, if you got a NaJee Thompson jersey last year, so he was 36 in training camp and then 11 during the season, and then now he's back to 36. I don't know, man. I can't keep up. Can't keep up, man. But either way, so we Vikings fans are like, we love us some. Oh, that was me moving the keyboard. That was not a toot. I'm not Dan Orlovsky all up in here. But we Vikings fans, we love us the special teams dude, like some Chris Walsh, just like busting a wedge down there back in the day when they used to be able to have wedges. It was great, man. And NaJee Thompson, every single time he's covering a punt, sublime, man. And so NaJee last year was listed as a corner, which he played at Georgia Southern. But also, so NaJee is interesting because he's a guy who specifically played special teams in college as a way to make it to the NFL. So he did play some corner at Georgia Southern during his senior season, about 500-ish snaps, but not a ton. So he was literally a special team specialist in college and now made it to the National Football League, so which is something you love to see. Long story longer. So NaJee last year, like we said, played corner, but now he's listed as a safety. And Alec Lewis at The Athletic pointed out, switch positions, but his value remains in his special teams prowess, likely to make the rooster. And now, this is very similar to back when Diamond Dan Chisena, back in 2020, who was a wide receiver at Penn State, wide receiver, and made the Vikings as a gunner because he's fast. Basically, Dan Chisena was like NaJee Thompson, but with none of the tackling ability. Like Dan Chisena could really get down there and like Ole, the punter. He was really good at that. But he moved to safety for like a day, and then they're just like, nah. And then they moved him back to wide receiver. Now, this really doesn't make much of a difference at all. I mean, basically, NaJee's value, like we said, comes in special teams. It just, what room does he go to for meetings is basically what it comes down to, because he only played one defensive snap last year as a rookie. That was in the Raiders game, but the rest of it was special teams. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter since he is basically a starter in the third phase. Last year, 193 special team snaps, one snap on defense, like we said, 7 special teams tackles, and every single game, it just seemed like he had a chance to either cause a big play, maybe a muff punt, or plus, like when you got a gunner like NaJee Thompson, like he's getting doubled out there consistently. That opens up other lanes for some of the other coverage guys. Also, the fact that special teams corners have to adjust for 36 out there is really interesting. Yeah, so Vikings absolutely got themselves a good one. Coach Daniels, Coach Hat gushes about NaJee all the time, so he is a stud. And like we said, I know a lot of people point out, I was like, well, this decreases Lewis Cines' chances of making the team. Not really. No, like obviously you don't see NaJee Thompson as a corner or a safety or whatever. It's sort of like Marcus Sherrills, even though he did play a little bit of corner at times when the Vikings were decimated by injuries, but he's a special teamer. He's a special teamer. But you need to have a designation for him and have a meeting room for him during the week. So going from the cornerback room to the safety room, it's whatever. And also, I don't think it necessarily says anything about the cornerback depth because, like when we were talking about the cornerback depth, we never really factored in NaJee since he is a third phase guy. But either way, things will shake out. But the Vikings got themselves a good one. And I'm glad that I don't care what he plays. Put him at receiver. Can he play guard? Check him out too. That doesn't really matter. But the Vikings absolutely have themselves one of the best special teamers in the game. And it can only help because, I mean, special teams, it's a third phase for a reason. It matters just as much as offense and defense, man. That's right. But your thoughts are thoughts. NaJee Thompson moves to safety. Ooh. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.